Yes, I recently got my family computer, or Famicom if you prefer, by Nintendo of course, if it wasn't so blurry. And this is the Hong Kong version, which as far as I'm aware the only real difference between this and the Japanese version, I do apologise for the horrible camera angle, but screw it, is well, the Hong Kong version is sort of in English. Well, all the info written on the box, all the info written on the console is in English. You can't really read it because of the way my camera's designed, I don't think. It's not in perfect condition, but it will do. And the bloke that I got this from sent me a free multicart, the 20-in-1, made by a company called Kaiser. I'm not entirely sure who Kaiser are. I know they made a couple of other multicarts, but which have been dumped. They probably made some others which haven't, like this one. And yeah, the 20-in-1. Today we're going to be taking a look at this because I feel like it. And if we open the tray and stick the cartridge into the cartridge slot, and if we look over here, you'll notice I don't actually have a PAL booster hooked up to my TV. That's because my TV happens to have an NTSC mode when it's running on the Famicom. Yes, it is indeed jump cut time, because I felt like jump cutting. Yes, anyway, we're going to start looking at the 20-in-1, of course. Well, with our trusty friend. If you can see it, it is the worn out controller. But we'll start this thing up. And as you can see, we get the 20-in-1. I'm sure there are a couple of ROMs of multicarts which have the same menu as this. In fact, this is almost identical to a multicart that has actually been dumped. There is one major difference though, which I will point out in this video, and that is, well, if I start up Super Kid 2, you'll notice that the graphics are completely messed up. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the hell happened there. And yes, that is not a good sign. And as you will notice, this is called, on some multicarts it's called Fancy Mario or something stupid like that. One thing you'll notice is that the game does actually play in NTSC mode, despite my TV being, you know, like a UK sort of TV which happens to support NTSC, which means I wasted like £15 buying a PAL booster when I didn't actually need one. Yeah, well, unless you get a different TV, that is. But yeah. I hope all TVs in the future have the same sort of support. And to help me get through this review, I have with me the Asda Banana Milk. Yeah, let's move on to the next game, which is... Okay, what the fuck happened? Seriously, what? Oh, no, it works properly. Not sure what happened there. Next up is Super Kid 1, as you could probably guess. It doesn't say it on the title screen, but this is actually Mario Brothers, and unlike its more famous brethren, this game does actually work properly. Like, there's no glitches or anything. Well, unless you count the missing logo as a glitch, but I personally don't. Strictly speaking, it isn't. And yes, it is the classic that is. And yes, you'll find that the games on this multicart are pretty much just, you know, your typical multicart games. You know, Super Mario, Mario, that sort of thing. And next up is Popeye. And the logo has been altered slightly for whatever reason. I've got no idea why they did that, to be honest, but whatever, I don't mind, as long as the game itself plays perfectly fine, and it does. See? And if I call it the spinach, yeah, Brutus gets, like, he falls into the water, and therefore I win, because I'm awesome like that. And yes, of course we do get the Popeye theme, because after all that is awesome. And yes, not much more I can say about this other than the main objective is to collect hearts and music notes and Moses Bell help me. But enough of that, let's go on to game number 4, or game D I guess, as this multicart calls them. Although what's funny is that on the actual cartridge it actually actually listen by number as opposed to letter, but whatever. Also, I forgot to point this out earlier, I just like that they actually used Bob from Bubble Bobble on this menu, which is kind of odd because he never actually appears in any of the games, but there you go. And so we're on to game D, which is pinball. Not a particularly great game in my opinion. It's a pinball machine, except it's nowhere near as flashy as a real one. Yes, use the D-pad for the left flipper and the A and B buttons for the right flipper. It works, especially when you're playing this with a proper Famicom controller, or well, any controller really, that has a similar button layout. As you can see, I'm just whacking penguins. Well, actually no, I'm not. I'm whacking that stupid pink thing, whatever it's supposed to be. Ooh, I get to hit that thing. And I get to hit it again. And yeah, this is not that great. It's alright, but I don't know. Personally, I prefer the last 3 games. And yeah, that's enough of that. And so we're going to game E, which is tennis, which I'm sure you all know what tennis is. The sport that the Swiss happen to be good at. Bit like the one sport that they can win. No offense to any Swiss people out there, but yes. But yeah, mind you, one of the few sports that us Brits can win involves a league where 4 of the countries out of 6 are our own country. Doesn't really make sense, but as you can see, I'm doing pretty well at the moment, or at least I was until that happened. And so we're going to game F, which is Donkey Kong. Now I'm sure you all know what Donkey Kong is. I don't think I really need to introduce this game to you, much like some of the other games on here. I'll just have a quick go at it, just to show you how this works. And yes, it is the game where Mario climbs up ladders, jumps over barrels, and then avoids some weird blue things in the next level, and then avoids a level because it got cut out of this version. And yeah, oh, and then of course he kind of like destroys some platforms or something. But yes, it's a pretty simple game, and it is a pretty damn awesome one. Not much more to say about this one really. Other than, we're going on to game G, which is Yeah Kung Fu. This is probably the only multicolor I've seen where they actually put the full name on it. And yeah, Yeah Kung Fu. As of course I showed you on my last multicart of the 84-in-1, except of course there it was like a hack of this called Feet. In case you haven't seen this game before, this is what the original looks like, as you can clearly see. And as you can also clearly see, I'm doing very bad at this. Oh no, call me crazy, but I prefer Street Fighter 2. And yeah, it was alright for its time though. This fighting game was it's kind of like the, I'd say, as a paving stone for better fighting games to come, like well, the original Street Fighter, and obviously Street Fighter 2, which is probably the most revolutionary fighting game of all time, arguably. And there we go, Wang is down. You'll also notice that the copyright was moved on the top of the screen. But moving on to game H, yes, is Mappy. Now this brings up a major now remember that glitch that I showed you in Super Mario? Let's just say it's a lot worse in this game. As you can see, the logo is kind of messed up, and yeah, the level design is absolutely ballsed up, as you can clearly see. I mean, not only are I don't think it's even a case of the graphics are glitched or anything. I think it's just that the game is simply unplayable because of some stupid hacking or something. It's like, what the hell are they on when they did this? And why would you do it more to the point? I mean, you can't even beat the high score in this one. But yeah, game I is baseball. I'm sure you'll know what baseball is. I'm going to be team D because D is awesome. Why is D awesome? To be honest, I haven't got a clue because they're all pretty much the same thing except with different colours. But yes, apparently I'm pitching, which is not a good sign because I tend to be awful at pitching. Which is just that I'm awful at pitching and more that the game sucks when it comes to the fielding aspect. As you can clearly see, the players run about as slow as a snail on acid. Which basically means that if you're batting, you could probably score about 50 points before you get out. Which is absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, that was stupid on my part, but screw it, I'm going to play a better game. Which is game number J? Ice Climber, because the only numbers here would be E and I, although it's only if you know your way around maths. Which I'm sure some of you do not. And yeah, Ice Climber, I'm sure you all know what this game is. I'm sure you are familiar with it. It is that game where you hit blocks and climb up a mountain. You, strictly speaking, you don't climb up the ice most of the time. As you can see, some of it is green, some of it is brown. So I would say it's the most aptly named game in the world. And yes, there's not much more you can say about Ice Climber really. And yeah, just have a quick go at the bonus stage here before I go on to part 2. Okay, I don't know what the hell happened there, but whatever. And yes, we have about 20 seconds left to complete the bonus. In fact, I think to me the bonus stage is actually the hardest part of the game, mainly because the jumping controls are they're a pain in the arse, to put it simply. Although you'll find that in this game that tends to be kind of deliberate. There we go, I win. And because I haven't kept track of how long this video is, I think I might go to a part 2. So I'll see you in part 2, people. Hello, welcome to part 2, where today we're going to be taking a look at Excite Bike. The bikes that excite, Excite Bike. And yes, we get to play some racing, and you may notice they removed the Nintendo copyright and replaced it with the best time. Well, but in some efforts I've noticed. But this brings up, you know, that problem from Super Mario? That's back with a vengeance, because as you can clearly see, the graphics make absolutely no sense whatsoever. I mean, it's not like in Super Mario Bros. Where you can at least play it. I mean, here it's almost unplayable. It's like, how are you supposed to dodge this stuff when you don't know when it's coming? It's ridiculous. But yeah, game L is Road Fighter, another racing game, and a pretty good one. Well, certainly one that I am a fan of. And yes, I'm sure you all know what Road Fighter is, or anyone that's familiar with multi-carts will know what Road Fighter is. It's basically that game where you drive up a screen and dodge cars. Well, actually it's more that you don't crash rather than dodge the cars. You can crash into the cars and make them crash into the road, but there really is no point other than to laugh at them. And as you can clearly see, this is a pretty good game. It's a very fast-paced one, as you might have noticed already, and it's a very fun one as well. You also have these red cars which kind of get in the way, and you have the yellow cars which don't get in the way as much because they're yellow, and therefore they're better drivers than red cars. Yeah, I hate you red cars, even though I am driving as a red car. Screw you! I'm going to finish this race and then go on to the next game. And yes, not much more you can say gameplay wise. So, good to finish this up here. And yes, the checkpoint, which we're not going to use because I'm going to go on to the next game. Game M, Galaga 2, as the menu calls it. Although you'll find that it is actually Galaga. A pretty damn awesome game, like I mentioned in my 84-1 review. Yep, it's as awesome as ever, except this time around it actually plays at the proper speed. Which is always nice, because it means you have to put up with stupid POW. And yes, I'm sure you'll know what Galaga is. It was also it was a game so awesome they actually made an appearance in War Games, which for those you don't know is that film with that guy who inadvertently starts to cause a global thermonuclear war. You know, that game. Okay, that was... Oh! I'm definitely taking this opportunity. Yes, Spider Captured. The reason I'm playing this one more is because I like Galaga. It is an awesome game. Although I'm being a very bad shot today, and I accidentally did something really stupid, so I can't get my shit back. Anyway, game N is what the title, well, is what the menu calls Thunderbird F-16, which is in fact not the Thunderbirds, or a game with an F-16. It is actually Star Force. And yes, as you can see, it is, well, Star Force. There's not much more you could say other than the graphics are completely messed up in this version, because just like several of the other games on this multi-cart, the scrolling, I think the mirroring has been messed up. This game is supposed to use vertical mirroring, but they seem to, well, actually, does it use vertical mirroring? I can't even remember. Well, whatever it is, they've got Kaiser, the people who made this, got this completely mixed up. It's probably just an area of my multi-cart in particular, but I won't put it past them. I mean, after all, they are pirates, and they are prone to doing that at the end of the day, from what I've heard. And yes, you shoot stuff in Star Force. See, it's a playable game. It's more playable than Sidebite was, at least. Certainly mappy. And yes, now we come on to game O, which is Pac-Man. I'm sure you all know what Pac-Man is. You don't really need an introduction to this. And yes, it is, well, it's just Pac-Man really. It is exactly as you expect it. Well, except about the copyright, but other than that, it's exactly how you expect it. And, well, let's face it, you're not really going to not buy a game just because the copyright is missing. So it sounds like a really bad hack of Mario was missing or something. The copyright is missing. Hack made by unknown. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to kill me in whatever way you can. You stupid red ghost, I hate you! There we go. Time to finish the level off, because I might as well. And yes, collect the cherries, of course, because collecting the cherries is win. And if you don't know what Pac-Man is, then you're an idiot. But yeah, that's the end of level 1. And so, we are going to go on to game P, which is Battle City. Oh yes, it's the multi-cart classic, that is. In fact, I actually have the Game Boy version of this as well, which I might show you one day. And yes, the stage select, which I won't go bother with. And yes, Battle City. I'm sure you'll know what this game is. It's that game where you get blown up right at the start. But no, this is that game where you have to blow up tanks because they hate you and they want to blow up your eagle symbol. Whatever that means. Yay, extra life. But yeah, I'm sure you'll know what this game is. Well, anyone who's familiar with multi-carts at least. But yeah, next game is game Q, which is what the menu calls Fire Peacock. No idea why, because it's actually Xerion. Yes, as you can clearly see. And yes, Xerion, like I mentioned in my last review, is a game that I personally love. This is a pretty awesome game. It's a bit like Galaxian in a way, except it's, well, I said it's better. In my opinion, at least. I'm sure a lot of people prefer Galaxian because it's, for whatever reason. But I personally am not one of those people. So let's go on to Sky War, which is actually Sky Destroyer. Yes, I bet you was expecting that, wouldn't you? Yep, it's that game where you shoot down planes in World War II or something. And stuff happens, and you get to blow up a red plane later on. And if you don't blow it up, then you lose, I think. I'm not entirely sure, because I've never really been a big fan of this game. It's alright though, it's well, I wouldn't say it's one of the better games on this multi-cart, but it's alright for a first gen. And yeah, we are going to the next game, which is Circus Charlie, by Soft Pro. Oh yes, they are pros who are soft. And yes, in this game, you jump through rings, and coffee cups magically spawn behind you, because that really makes sense. Yeah, as you may notice, the graphics are a bit glitched in this too, which is a pity really, because they really shouldn't be. Yeah, I've got no idea what the hell Kaiser were doing when they made this. Again, it's probably just my multi-cart, but I wouldn't put it past them. Again, like I said earlier. And I suspect when you get to level 4, the scrolling glitch makes it impossible. Who knows? Let's finish this off with Macross. Again, just like Circus, Charlie, and several of the other games, the graphics are glitched once again. Shock horror. Yes, you wax a gong and just stop push appears out of nowhere. And yes, you might not notice this in the video, but in real life it's fairly noticeable. Like, you just have stars that just randomly just change positions, which they didn't do that in the original. And they shouldn't. And I'm willing to bet that if I get far enough in the stage, then you'll be able to see the full force of the scrolling glitch. In this game, at least. And yes. Yeah, I mean, that's really what bogs this multi-cart down, it's just the glitches. I mean, if it wasn't for those, then this might have been pretty good, because yeah, you see the glitchiness of those graphics. And I mean, it's like if it wasn't for these glitches, this might have actually been pretty good multi-cart, but yeah. I'll see you later, people. Or in fact, no, I won't, because as it turns out, there's actually an extra game hidden within this cartridge, which I will show you, because there seems to be a little switch where half the time when you switch this thing on, it comes up with the 20-in-1, but the other half of the time you switch it on, you get Contra, as you can clearly see here. Now Contra, again, I don't really think I need to explain this game. Anyone who's familiar with the NES will have undoubtedly played it before. But yeah, Contra is a pretty awesome game where you run around and shoot people, because running around and shoot people is fun. It's always collecting the letter R. And yes, you may notice that unlike some of the games on the 20-in-1, the graphics are not glitched, which makes it all the more awesome. And it does not detract from the awesomeness in any way, which is nice. And of course, Contra is simply classic. See, it's just one of those games where it's like, I'm kind of glad I got this multi-cart just because I can play Contra on it. Mainly because I don't actually have it on any other multi-carts. I really do want it on another multi-cart, just so I don't have to reset the thing twice just to play it. But yes, just quickly finish the first level here, assuming I've got enough time left in the video. Actually, I just realised, can't I just put these two parts together and make one video? I might do that. And undoubtedly you will know by the point if I have done that. But yes, there we go. Level 1 complete. In case you're wondering why I did this in two parts, it's because my camera can only record up to 15 minutes at a time. Don't ask me why it does that, it just does. But I'll see you later, people. See ya.